Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lida and I make food science videos. Today we are going to make bread using the straight dough method, and I hope you learn something about bread making. If you have a question or you need to correct me about anything, or you just need to comment about anything, please comment down below. And if this video bombards you, please like it and share this video and support me by subscribing to my channel. If you have any suggestions on any other videos that I should be posting, please comment down below and welcome, and please invite your friends to watch my videos. Welcome once more and enjoy. So we are going to use 1 tablespoon of salt. It enhances flavor and also toughens the gluten. We also use 3 tablespoons of sugar for flavor, and it's also an additional source of readily fermentable sugars for the yeast, and it also aids in color development by caramelization and Maillard reaction. I also like using cardamom, just 1 teaspoon for flavor. You can also use cinnamon or any other spice, or no spice at all. It's optional. So we are also going to need a shortening, which is fat, but I prefer using vegetable oil, and we'll need 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You can also use baker's math to calculate your ingredients, whereby flour is set at 100% and the remaining ingredients are calculated as a percentage of the flour, such that if flour is set at 100%, water will be 60 to 80% of weight of the flour, sugar will be 2 to 3%, salt will be 1%, and sugar and fat will be 0.1 to 0.2%. We are definitely going to need yeast, and I am using 1.5 teaspoons of dry active baker's yeast for my recipe. By the way, there is a difference between baker's yeast and brewer's yeast. Of course, they usually use the same microorganism, which is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, but it's different strains, whereby the strain for baker's yeast has specific characteristics favorable for bread making. You can mix this yeast directly with the dough, or you can just add some water and mix before adding the water to the dough. I usually prefer the second method, which is mixing with the water first and then adding the water to the dough or to the other ingredients. This you can also use compressed yeast, but I think dry active yeast is the most available in the market, and I think it's the most reasonable to work with. So the next stage is introduction of the yeast solution into the dry ingredients, and this is also called the hydration stage, and it's very important for the formation of gluten. Gluten is formed by hydration of the yeast of the proteins available in the wheat, which is majorly glutenin and gliadin, and they are hydrated and mixed to form gluten, which is a complex important for the retention of CO2, which is produced during fermentation, and it's responsible for the bread volume. Next, we are going to cover our dough and allow it to leaven for about 1 hour at 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. And this is a very important stage in bread making because it allows for the yeast to multiply, and also it enables the yeast to produce organic acids, which are responsible for the flavor of the bread after fermentation. It's been after 1 hour, and you can see the results that we got, and we formed a sponge after fermentation, and the gas cells are not regular, and you can see some are big, others are small. So we are going to punch our dough. It's called punching down, and we are doing it so that to redistribute the gas cells and also to expel excess gas, so that after when we put it in a pan, the bread that is going to be produced is going to have a uniform texture. The next step is the rounding step, whereby I'm going to subdivide the dough into 2 equal parts by weight, and then I'm going to round each section and let it ferment separately for about 20 minutes. This step is very important because it enables the yeast cells to recover, and also enables for more gas cells to be formed during the 20 minutes long fermentation period. Next, we are going to roll the rounded dough into sheets, after which we are going to roll it, and then we are going to put it in a pan after folding. This step also redistributes the gas which was produced during fermentation, and it also helps in redistributing the gas cells, so that when the bread is baked, it's going to come out with an even texture. Before panning the bread, make sure that the pan is oiled all around, so that the bread is not going to stick at the sides, and then make sure that the edge of the sheet faces down, so that the top part comes out to the top, the crust comes out smooth. After panning, we are going to cover the dough, and then we are going to let it ferment until it rises 1 centimeter above the edge of the pan. After which the dough will be ready for baking, and we are going to preheat the oven first before we put it inside, to avoid more fermentation. It's been 30 minutes and the bread is baked and it's cool. Now let's see the results. You can see the bread it looks very nice, and I told you about letting the edges face down, and you can see the edges face down and they formed that pattern that you can see, and the top part is very smooth because the edges faced down. So that's the result, and I'm happy with the results. I hope that you use this recipe and you get the same results. I hope you learned a thing or two about bread making, and thank you for watching this video up to the very end. Please subscribe to my channel and welcome back again. Bye.